Hey guys, welcome to a new video. In today's video, I'm going to be answering a question on a blogging cycle, like a tornado. I'm going to be answering this question, and this question is by my friend here on YouTube, Adam Sasso. Shout out to you. I'm going to be reading the question. This was on my yesterday's video, for those who don't know, which is this one right here. Or no, excuse me, the day before yesterday, which is this one, where I talk about how I wrote a bad SEO article. And in that video, I kind of describe what a bad SEO article is, even if the article looks to be good, even if it, makes sense to the reader and all those kind of things. Google is probably not going to rank it unless I fix certain things. So I kind of made a video on that. And within that video, we had a question. And so I answered the question very slightly, but I'm going to go ahead and read them here, and then we're going to dive into what this is. All right. So Adam says, "Hi. Thanks again for all your helpful videos. I have a general question, and you seem like the perfect person to ask. Hope you have a minute. I'm new to blogging and affiliate marketing. I recently built a website, it's not live yet, to focus on a niche. Not sure how great it is, but decent, and it's almost like practice right now. My intention is to add some quality content, then launch it and continue to add. But I feel like I am in a bit of a catch-22. I have a one affiliate relationship in this niche right now, and I want to apply some more, but I feel like I need the site to have some good content on it first. I've been rejected by numerous programs recently in other niches, probably because I've applied too soon. So I want to create content first. However, I can't legally use photos from companies' websites, and royalty-free photos just not a real option. Or maybe it could be. So how can I create content to get the traffic to get approved by affiliates to generate income? Sorry for the long question, and I know you offer courses about this topic, so can you point me to some relevant ones? I will certainly look into them. Thanks." So first of all, let's get the last question out of the way about the courses, about the specific question that you have. So if you come here to cashcow.nichesites.com, what he means is when we refer to courses, I have these like mini course type lessons. Some may last an hour, some may last 2 hours, some may last 30 minutes, right? And they're the products pretty much right here on the homepage, or you can go to the store page. But we have different ones for different topics. So for example, here is a general blogging checklist. So if you ever come to the end of a blog and you're not sure about what you have to add or what you didn't add to get the biggest chance to possibly rank on Google after you finished writing your article, you go to the checklist and you check off the things that you've done. The things you haven't done, you go back into the blog, you fix it, you add to it, etc. Then you have the niche site ranking factors mini course. This just simply describes what are the ranking factors to Google that you need to particularly worry about. The next thing is perfecting your niche, so picking the right niche. In your case, obviously, you've clearly already picked a niche. You've already it looks like you've maybe started creating content. You've definitely designed your website already, so this is probably not going to work for you. But this is, once again, picking the right niche, learning how to monetize it properly. And then here, this is all about how to write a super blog, coming with a checklist for the super blog, specifically for the super blog. And then here you have a blog on how to write with GPT-4. They're all different elements, and they do different things, right? So these are different courses that provide different things. And this is ChatGPT-4 writing blog posts is different than a super post. And I'm going to add more guides in the future. For example, how to write an affiliate post, things like that. So as for these products, you might not need them right now until you maybe write blog posts or something like that. So hopefully that kind of question is answered. But let's go ahead and kind of solve your current issue. And what you're going through, right, is I feel like personally, and this is what I asked you, I said, you're kind of like stuck in between fighting to get your affiliate links, right, versus creating the content. Maybe your logical mind is saying, should I go out there? Should I get my affiliate links? before I create the content, so that once I create the content, I can just input them in and then everything will be great. Another side of you might potentially think, or maybe you would think, well, if I write my blog post without my affiliate links, I could potentially get traffic, and my traffic won't help me profit because my affiliate links aren't there. And this is kind of I guess you could say, a conundrum that a lot of bloggers go through. And it's not just you. Trust me, there's nothing new under the sun when it comes to blogging. Pretty much everybody has gone through different chicken and egg situations, kind of like this, like what goes first, X, Y, or Z. It happens all the time. But what you want to understand is, and you probably already know this, you already know the answers literally, is that when you're creating a blog, right, it's going to take some time for Google to pick it up, Google to get some traffic, especially because it's a newer website, right? The longer the website has been in the air, it's been generating traffic, it has more domain authority, the less time it will take for a blog post to actually generate traffic. But in your case, your website might be brand new, it's never been on Google before with content, and your content is brand new on there. So with that being said, it's important to realize that the blog is not going to get traffic right away. And most blog communities are not going to most affiliate link businesses are not going to turn you away, right? Or businesses that have affiliate links, they're not going to turn you away because you don't have traffic, but they're going to turn you away because you don't have content or a website, right? And I can attest to this many, many times, is that most businesses will not disapprove anybody unless there's just no content there. And you actually mentioned your website's not live yet. So a lot of bloggers a lot of businesses don't want to have to go through that hassle. So something that I would recommend is definitely get your content out first and get some content out first. Also, you might be dealing with a mistake that a lot of people do, which is they try to create a bunch of blog posts and they try to publish them all at the same time. I created a video somewhat related to this about auto blogging, and I talked about the dangers of auto blogging is that when you're creating all this content and releasing it very, very quickly, Google tends to think that that's your new pace of work, right? And so if you're providing a consistent effort of, let's say, 11 blogs per day, Google's going to look for that relatively consistently throughout the days, right? One day you might post 9 blogs, one day you must post 4 blogs, one day you might post 15, but somewhere around that 11 range. In your case, if you start off guns blazing, publishing the website with 35 blog posts, Google might look at this and say, this is spam content. There's too much provided here very, very quickly, and Google might take actually longer to rank on SEO. So what you want to do is you want to take a slow and steady course. You publish your website, even if there's no content. You begin by publishing 1 article a day, sometimes even less. You might want to publish an article every few days, and just give yourself that grace period, that period of time to understand that your content is not going to be ranked right away. Don't try to risk doing some black hat tactics or doing some things that you shouldn't be doing. Just simply create the content and have a portfolio and a catalog of content that you can show to your companies that you're applying to. Also, I've said this before, but it doesn't hurt to create your own products, right? No matter how simple they could be. And I believe if you're creating a blog, you could definitely create products. There are some blog posts that you can take and you can shift them into products, and there you go. You can turn them into products. Even if it's $5, $2, it doesn't matter what the price is. Just start figuring out how to monetize other than just one resource. Affiliate marketing is great. It's really, really cool, right? But it's always important to diversify. And now that you're starting a blog and you're taking it seriously, it's very important to understand that, the affiliate marketing only works when you get traffic, and traffic works when Google starts to pick up your content, and that's going to take a little bit of time. You could look at my website when I kind of started sharing it. It took like a good month or two for Google to start giving it some significant, some clicks, and those clicks were testing points to get me more clicks or less clicks, just depending on the situation of that blog post, if it's good, if it's bad, etc. So if you're watching this, Adam, which I hope you are, and anybody else who's potentially watching this, don't try to come out of the gates perfect. Google understands that you're not going to be. And most likely, especially if it's your blog, it's going to be hard to find the intricate details to make your blog perfect from a keyword research, from all these kind of standpoints. So the best thing to do is gradually post, create the content, and more importantly, have a portfolio of content on your website. That is very important, a catalog of content. That way, if one visitor comes, your very first visitor, they see other content on there that they can stick to and they can continue staying on your website for a longer period of time. Also, it creates a better look, it creates a better full catalog for the companies that you're applying to be an affiliate for. When you become an affiliate for these products, don't make it your primary source of income, no matter how good of an income it is. Always try to diversify and add more income sources to that site. So, like I said, if I were you, I would not be trying to make everything perfect. I would not also wait for these companies to approve me. I would create the content, I would release it, knowing that at this point in time, I probably wouldn't get any traffic whatsoever. I might get a few impressions, but I'm not going to get traffic whatsoever. And I would keep building the content, maybe for about 2 months, right? And it doesn't have to be a blog a day. It could be a blog a week. It could be 2 blogs a week. It doesn't matter what the number is. It just has to stay consistent. So if you are only able to do a blog every 6 days, that's fine. Just do a blog every 6 days. You just have to stay consistent. You'll be very surprised if you write those blog posts properly. Very, very surprised over a period of time how far you can get. And the magic starts to happen, especially when you pass that 16 blog point. Like if you create 16 blog posts and you wait a little bit and let those blog posts kind of ferment in Google's algorithm, you'll be very surprised on the results that they provide, especially as a new beginner. And remember that every little inch that you achieve, right? Creating a new blog post, creating a header to your website, creating a banner, whatever it might be, you have to use that as a win to motivate you to move further. I can't tell you enough how many times people start blogs and they quit because they think that maybe it was something get rich quick, or maybe it was super easy, maybe they can do it right away. And there's a lot of people who don't do blogging, and it's simply because of the work and the effort that is consistently needed, and more importantly, the speed. The speed at which the success is accomplished is a lot slower in the beginning. And when I say the beginning, I'm referring to about the first year and a half, the first year. Everything is much slower. After that, things are much, much faster in terms of success. So if you can just hang on for that period of time and keep adding content, making your blog better. It doesn't always have to be adding content necessarily, but keep making your blog better in different ways, adding products, adding content, etc. You're going to find yourself on the right track. The affiliate marketing opportunities are going to come. The sponsorship opportunities are going to come, but the content leads the way. And so the content, the websites, the blog posts that you're creating are the ones that are going to be the primary focus in your business, or at least should be. Now, I think you referred something here to the stock photos. I would only use stock photos if they're for stock concepts. Let me explain. I have a blog post on my website, and I'll actually be happy to show it to you on my testosterone boosting website about oysters, right? This photo here is a stock photo. I didn't go out there and take a picture of some oysters in ice or anything like that. It's a stock photo for a stock concept. But if I was reviewing a certain product, let's say, then in that case, I would not show stock photos. I would show the exact photo of the product. And I'll give you an example here. I wrote an article on CBD, I think, or let me see, Cultivax, let me see. Okay, this product. This image is not a stock photo. I took this image about maybe a year ago, 2 years ago, something like that. And I actually more than a year ago for sure, 2-3 years ago. I don't remember. The point is that I took this photo, and I knew that eventually I would have a blog on how to boost testosterone, just like this. And so I'd save it for that period of time. And then here we are, a year, 2 years later talking about it, or 3 years later talking about it. But whatever. I took the photo, created the blog post, etc. And you could see here, this is not a stock photo. At the end of the day, remember that the photos, right? The photos are for the consumer's entertainment. It's also used for readability purposes. It creates breaks in the article, make it more visual. When Google looks at that photo, at least now in 2022 or 2023, Google doesn't understand if it's a AI image or if it's a stock photo or if it's a regular photo that you took with your camera. Google doesn't know that information right now. The only thing it understands is that there's an image there. So if you're doing a review, like I said, on a certain product, it might be wise over time to include some images that you've took yourself of that specific image or that specific product that you're going to review. If it's a stock situation, like I said, something completely regular, completely benign, nothing specific about a certain product, then maybe you can just add a stock photo. I know I definitely utilize stock photos in my blogs, and there's no shame in that, and there's nothing wrong with that. It saves time, it saves effort, and frankly, it saves money. So that's really all it is. And it says here, so how can I create content to get traffic, to get approved by affiliates to generate income? So once again, I don't think, unless the company specifies, I don't think that most companies are requiring you to get a certain amount of traffic in order to promote their products. Some companies do. I'm not going to sit here and say that they don't. Some companies do, but not all companies do. So that's the first thing. The second thing is try to research different companies. I know you might have researched a couple or a few already or even a significant amount, but I think there's always more out there. There's a lot of companies out there who don't get any traffic. They have a great product, but nobody knows about them. You can be affiliates for those, and you could actually personally message them. You could say, hey, I know that you don't get any traffic at all. I know that you want to get more traffic. Well, I'm a blogger. I'm starting a new blog, and I think we can work together. Let's go ahead and get started. Approve me for your affiliate program, and I'm going to get working on my blog and promoting you guys, right? And most companies that don't have any traffic, they're going to approve that, and you can go ahead and do great business with them. And like I said, just because they don't get traffic doesn't mean they're not bad. Doesn't mean they're bad products. It's just a matter of getting seen. Having a great product and being a great marketer are two different things. I mean, look at McDonald's. They're not the best product in the world, but they have tremendous marketing and tremendous customer base because of their marketing. So that's one aspect. But it says here, so how can I create the content? You create the content in various different ways, right? It depends how you want to go. Are you going to be using AI to create the content, or are you going to be doing it manually? When you create the content, do you have a content list that you're going to hit, right? Every single time, the best course of action, and I actually have this on my behind the scenes in my website, when I log into my website, which many of you guys have seen in some of my other videos, like especially my editing videos and things like that, you saw the back end to my website. I have a bunch of links for blog posts that are in draft mode. That's my hit list, right? So I have a hit list of the content that I'm going to create for, or the topics that I'm going to create for. Do some research. Sit down, do some research where you can find that specific list, create that list by creating different topics that you're going to go after. I can create a video in the future or a few videos in the future about how to find the right topics to target and things like that. But you also want to break down your content into categories. So you're going to have super posts. Super posts are the type of posts that serve all purposes for a blog, whether it be traffic acquisition, whether it be affiliate customer acquisition, whether it be newsletter acquisition. There's so many different purposes a super blog post has, but the super blog post is given to, or not given, but it's created by a writer to achieve the most amount of content possible on their website. And when you create a lot of content around one single topic, you develop yourself as the authority. That's why it's very, very powerful for newsletter acquisition, right? People sign up to the newsletter, you create a super blog post, you get traffic, you get affiliate sales from it, you get product sales from it, so many different things. After you generate that high amount of traffic, that visits, all this kind of stuff on the super blog post, then you filter and you funnel people towards affiliate blog posts, product blog posts, all kinds of different blog posts that can now generate income. But the super blog post is where it starts. They're very, very powerful blog posts that can do that for you. And then you have intricate blog posts. The intricate blog posts are taking a small aspect, a small niche subject, and going deep into it. So for example, I have a blog post here that I'm currently adapting and making better. Let's go ahead and click here about the vertical diet. Does the vertical diet improve testosterone? Well, the vertical diet is relatively sometimes a concept that a lot of people are not even aware of what it is, and it was created by a man named Stan Efferding. And I have to add more content to this, but this blog post is already getting clicks, and it's been posted relatively recently. On the June 2nd is when it's been posted. So, it's been a little while. It's been a month, but it's already got its first clicks. And, had I posted this article as my very first article, I wouldn't have gotten even a single click yet. It was just impressions. So my point here is that with time, the more content you create, you can create your super blog posts, which once again, I have a guide on that on my website. I have a guide to write regular ChatGPT-4 content. I also have a guide on the Google ranking factors. I have a blog checklist guide. There's so many different things that are associated with here, but you definitely start writing the blog post content. I think I'm going to create a beginner's guide to writing a general blog post, because if you've never written a blog post in your life, sometimes it's confusing. What do I have to do? What do I have to answer? What do I have to write, etc.? So I think I'm going to do that very soon here on this website. All right, guys, I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching. Adam, hopefully this video helped you out, and don't be afraid to ask more questions. I'm here to answer them. I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Peace out. Bye.